Let's now have a look how we can use item tracking information and item tracking configuration on inbound documents such as purchase orders. And for this purpose, we are going to create one purchase order. So I'll click on purchasing, or I can navigate to tell me and search for purchase orders. And I will create a new one for my vendor, 10,000. Okay, I just need the basic information inside my purchase order header. And now I will add 3 items in my purchase order lines. The first one will be my Surface Pro laptop that I'm going to purchase on location blue and with quantity 100. The second item is maintenance oil, also on a blue location, and quantity 1000 pieces. And my third item is paint, black paint, that I am going to purchase 400 packs. So I have my quantities, I have my location, where I'm going to receive this, unit of measures, direct unit cost, and that's enough. And now, if we want to try to post and receive this purchase order, we are going to receive an error that we must assign a serial number for our first item. So let's have a look how we can do this inside the Dynamics 365 Business Central. So to assign serial numbers on my item that is tracked by serial numbers, I need to click on line and then item tracking lines. Okay, if I expand the screen, I can see detailed information about my item. This is how many items we are going to purchase. So we are going to purchase 100 items, and we still have 100 undefined serial numbers for our Surface laptop, meaning that we now have possibility to assign serial numbers. How we can assign serial numbers? We can do one by one by writing information here in serial number field, but having 100 laptops ordered, it is a little bit complex and it will take too long. We have another possibilities. One of the possibilities is by using assign serial number functionality. And in this case, system will take a number series that is assigned to this item to create serial numbers sequentially using serial numbers, number series inside Dynamics 365 Business Centrals. And as we are purchasing our items, this is not so useful for our business case, because usually vendors are providing their service numbers for laptops, mobile phones, and so on. One business case where we can use serial numbers from number sequence is where we have some production. So we want to define some serial numbers automatically to our products that we are producing or assembling and so on. Another way to create serial numbers in a batch is by using create customized serial numbers. And when I click this action, system will automatically suggest to create my customized serial number. And for example, here I can change serial number like this. This is serial number that I received from my supplier. I can say, okay, I bought 100 laptops in a series from the series, so I will have increment by 1, and I want to create 100. I can create a new lot for this, new package information, or serial number information. For now, I'll just stick with this, and I'll click OK. Now, immediately you can see that serial numbers are assigned to my item, and that I have 0 undefined items. Also notice that quantity for our serial number is 1, meaning that each of our laptops will have their own unique serial number, which is usually a case with tech products as well inside the real life. So another way that you can also assign serial numbers is by using barcode scanner, where you can scan barcodes and then assign serial numbers. So this is how easy it is to assign serial numbers to item that is tracked by serial numbers. I will close this. And now my purchase order first line is ready. If we try to post again, receipt, system will pass the first line, and then it will start validating our configuration of the second line, and it will say, okay, you need to assign a lot number for item 70062. So what we are going to do, we are going to select our second line and then click item tracking lines. Again, for maintenance oil, we see that we are tracking our item with lots. So we are using lot to track items. And how we can generate lot numbers, either by assigning lot number automatically from number sequence, which is, as we said, useful for something that we are using in production, or we can use and assign them manually. So for example, I can just click on lot number field and enter, for example, lot number 001, and I will write what is the quantity that is part of this lot. So for example, 400. Then I will go to my second line, write the second lot, and say, okay, this one is 300. And now you can see how numbers are changing, meaning that we have 700 already allocated, and we still need to allocate 300, quantity of 300 to some lot. And we are going to create a third lot, 003, that will also be 300. Also, very important, sometimes when you're using lot numbers, is expiration date. So meaning when our lot will expire. And we can easily write here and choose date when our lot will expire. So for example, the first one will expire on December 31st. The second one will expire in January. And the third one will expire at the end of the month. So now we entered expiration date, and we see that we don't have undefined, meaning that our system will work correctly in posting. And now we can click close. Okay, and for the third line, we also need to specify lot/package number. I will select my third line and then click item tracking lines. I see that this one is tracked by packages and that I have 400, quantity of 400 that is not allocated. For package tracking, I will specify that this is lot PT001 with 300 quantity and PT002 with quantity 100. If our paint is coming in the same package, then I'm going to write the same package number in package number field. So for example, package 24001, and I will assign the same numbers to both lots. If my lot is split into multiple packages, then I will need to divide my lot in multiple lines and assign multiple packages as well to those lot numbers. Okay, I will click close. And let's now try to receive a purchase order. So when I click post and I click receive, in a few seconds, system will automatically and successfully post my purchase order. I see that quantity received is full, so meaning that we received all our items and all our maintenance oil and paint. So let's now navigate and see how posted document looks like. So if I click on order, receipts, and then I open my posted purchase receipt, I see that here everything is the same. But when I navigate to find entries, I will notice that I have 105 item ledger entries. So instead of having 3 item ledger entries, one for each of the lines, for each of the item, I have now 105 item ledger entries. Let's explore those. Okay, and now you can see that for our item surface, that quantity is always 1, because as we said, our serial numbers are always has quantity 1. So we cannot have quantity 2 and have the same serial number. It must be unique. Our item maintenance oil, it's divided in 3 lines because we have 3 lot numbers. And item paint black has two lines because of 2 lot numbers. If you don't see information about serial numbers and lot numbers and package number, you can easily customize your screen and personalize your screen by going to my settings, personalize, click plus field, and then find fields that we need. And we need serial number. Okay, let's move it here. We need field lot number, and we need package number. So now when I have my fields, I can see details about my serial number, lot number, and package numbers inside the item ledger entries. One very nice feature about lot numbers is that you can also create lot information. So when I select my lot, my first lot that I created for my item, it will open my lot number information list. And when I click edit, I can have more details about my lot that I use for this item. So for example, I can specify what is the test quality, for example, good, what is the certificate number, what is if this lot is maybe blocked because of some reason we found some issue with that lot, so we can block this specific lot. And as well, very useful is if you used a expired date, you can see how many items expired from that lot and they're not ready to be used. You can print label based on the lot number information card as well. If I go back and close the screen, I am back on my item ledger entries that I can now use, and those items I can now consume in my outbound transactions like sales order, or consuming them in some assembly process or production orders.